Hello, friends. Now check this out. We're going to learn about divorce today. Ooh, the big D word. Oh, yeah. Okay, so check this out. Divorce. Divorce is prevalent within the church. Divorce is like kind of the norm. I was divorced. I got divorced. I was married for 9 years. I got married for all the wrong reasons. I had no business being married. However, there was, a situation where it was convenient. There was convenience and some codependency. And I didn't have a relationship with God. I mean, I had no relationship with Christ. So what I did is I clung to her in my loneliness. Um, she would accept me for who I was, whatever shape I was in, whatever condition I was in, whatever, financially, spiritually, physically, whatever, she was always there for me. And it was kind of crazy because I didn't know what love was, and I didn't know what unconditional love was until I met her, my first wife. She was an angel. And she never talked down to me. She loved me unconditionally. So now I have an understanding of what it means for God to love us unconditionally. And now I have a reference point, an example. So Jesus says that if you have heard the law that says a man can divorce his wife by merely giving her a written notice of divorce. But I say that a man who divorces his wife unless she has been unfaithful causes her to commit adultery. And anyone who marries a divorced woman also commits adultery. Jesus says it plain and simple, right there. It's right the written word. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 31 and 32. It's sad when you go to a church and you see the pastor, he gives some news saying, I'm sorry, congregation, I got some bad news. Me and the missus are getting divorced. Yeah, it's a tragedy, but we're gonna heal and we're gonna move forward. And then all of a sudden, the blonde that's been sitting in the front row for the past 3 weeks gets selected by the pastor, and he's like, I've got another announcement to make. You guys are invited to my wedding. This blonde here in the front row, we have been engaged and we're going to get married. And meanwhile, the family's torn apart, his kids are torn apart, and the church sits back and they watch this and they think it's okay. But Jesus says that anybody who marries a woman who has been divorced or who has been unfaithful to her husband is committing adultery. And if you're committing adultery, you're committing sin. If you're committing sin, you're breaking God's laws. If you're breaking God's laws, then you're going to go to hell. And Jesus talks more about hell than he does heaven in the Gospels. So just know that. Stay married. Fight for your marriage. God